What is this? What is this? Twins get mystifying. Mystifying. DNA ancestry test results. Marketplace. In the marketplace of the exactly of your bond that is sold. Who knew?
One set of identical twins. 5 DNA ancestry tests.
What? I have French and German.
Oh, I don't have that.
5 different sets of results.
We strongly think that you and your sister should get this.
Who knew the spiraling abyss deceiveth? Wow, who knew? Who knew it can't be? It's just a result. Relentless flesh, relentlessly telling us what it is. Yes, yes, yes. Smashed. No, what do you see? And yes, the life relentlessly showeth what is, but you just want to smash into you infinitely and just smash right into you little pieces, and that's what it is. Smashed.
The same report.
I don't want to be a buzzkill, but I don't think it's entirely accurate.
Want to know more about your heritage? You can't afford to miss this marketplace.
The marketplace where your soul gets defiled. We teach you the ways of defiling the lifeline to the Father. And yes, who knew that there's a bidding? It's a bidding war, and people pay for it. Just sell and make. It's their harness. It's the harness that you relentlessly trawl. Exactly.
I'm on holiday.
Wow, they couldn't wait to show you it. It's like the ox. It's the harness. And you're just exploring. No, harness, just pushing, just relentlessly giving up your life to the worship of light. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Wow, who knew? Smashed, going to all these holes and things and stuffing yourself in and out and in and out and in and out. Oh, the friction. Oh, the wonder. Smashed. What do you see? Oh, I see 7 wonders of the world, and I can't wait to see the 8th and 9th. And wow, who knew? Oh, smashed.
In the Mediterranean.
Tunisia, I think, is that way.
Wow, who
And
knew? Wow,
Sicily.
this person feels so amazing. I know which way I point, and it's that way. No, because you live in a ball, so how do you know? This way is, wow, who knew? Smashed by the light.
Is that way.
I'm heading back to my roots, or what I think are my roots.
Come si chiama? Giuseppe, driving the boat.
My family hails back to Sicily.
Oh,
So
wow.
here we are.
I'm Sicilian. Yes, Sicilian. The blue, the tremendously glorified gold. Yes, wow. Yes. The alchemist of all time. Yes. Right? No, who knows?
In beautiful Noto, Buonasera.
I know
Off the
those
tip
bash
of
words because I'm just bashed in a way of speaking now, and I'm attempting to speak my heritage tongue. Yes.
Italy. And I have Polish and Ukrainian roots too, or at least that's what my family tells me. So how
Polish. Oh, Polish. Oh, who knew? Just giant foreheads. Who knew? Just amazing brain capacity. The brilliant. Who knew the brilliance of what? What's going on? Oh no, it's just a photograph. Oh, it's just a lens. It's just a light to see with. Well, who knew? Oh no, it could be this guy. It's somebody else. They're all American. Who knew? What? What? Polish? What? What are you talking about? Who knew? Who knew?
how can I be sure?
I thought
Exactly.
I married an Italian.
How can you be sure you were just giving some photos of people with wigs probably and things and just said you're giving a story? Yep, that's you. Well, that's where you come from. Oh, and they're making a cash money. All these things that who knew that generation there was a time where they just went for it. What are the corpses we need to institute and call them organisms and organizations and this for the public and for the good and all to just grab a hold of the balls and relentlessly smash it with mallets until they beg for it. Smashed. Who knew? Because all along they have the registry of every child that's born and died, every person that's come in and out and this and that. Oh, there's some that went through the cracks and this and this. Really? Okay. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the children? Of course, but wow, who knew? Others as well. They just disappeared. Who knew? Who knew? Just the thought that was and wasn't and this and that. Really? Shapeshifters. What? Oh, yes. Wow, who knew? Multiple faces, multiple names. Who knew? Wow. Is that so? No, who knew? You they have a number and numbers and numbers and numbers and they're used for just voting and this and of names of this relentless signings of policies of people that are dead and this and that just all signed by dead people. Wow, who knew? Yet it's a belief of the living. Wow, who knew? Just a worship of death, exactly. All saying yes, we have to know our past in order to know their future. Smashed. All you have to do is control the image of the, you guessed it, living. The goal, the carrot in front of the mule that's relentlessly whipped. I said, walk fast, you'll get the carrot, but no, there's a stick in the way. Wow, who knew? Smashed. Smash, smash, chasing the dragon. Wow, it's so amazing. I get to go and check out where my ancestors. Right, they're going to give you some bash. The lineage of the parent, a parent, a parent, a parent. Who knew that they track these things forever and ever? They have the documents there to prove it, to show you. Generation, generation. Who knows for how long, but it's there. I know if you don't have the name, well, you just have to find more names, and then it will find it for you and just provide them relentlessly. Wow, who knew? Who knew? And it has document this and document that, and marriage license here and that, and this and that, and papers here and that, signatures there and there, and this and that, and that. Well, who knew? Yet, oh no, it couldn't be possible that people would just use that, some way, just like metadata or this. Wow, your SIN number, all this. I'm like, come on, insert everything. Relentlessly monitor. I mean, it's in the you're registered. You're beneath the king. Your kingship is you guessed it, defilement. The work of inequity. Who knew? That you relentlessly bash against this white wall, trying to defeat it. Meaning, no, this is not the truth. Smashed. I'm making my own truth, my own path. I believe in myself relentlessly. Yes, I call this confidence. Smash. This. I mean, it's some sort of sadistic, just everything polluted. It's just, wow. And then you say, yes, it says this, and I want to go and change the world. Smash. Wow. All while you're the phoenix rising from the ashes, just ravaging your bash sense of justice and this and that and this and recognition and this and equity and equality. Yeah, nothing. Smashed. Completely lost. Just wanting to be that savage, rebellion. Because yes, it's all a facade, a fiasco, a mask. Who knew? What is the life? What are you living?
Italian. I found out that I was only 16% Italian. He was 34% Eastern European.
Judging by marketing like this, DNA tests have the answers.
When I found you in my DNA, I learned where my strength comes from.
Millions of people are buying kits curious about
25% this, 19 to this, not well. It's just all hybridization, all mentality, all bashing ways just to say you can decide what your child will be. How much percent? Oh, what's the perfect plan? Oh, just equal percentage of all things, right? Smash. What is this? Fluidity? What's this, that, this? It all comes between 0 and 100. Yes. The 0 and the 1s and relentless zeros and 1s and zeros and 1s forever. And yes, it tells us what to do. Yes. Wow, smashed.
their ancestry.
You can pinpoint specifically?
Companies promise their tests will reveal where you come from, who your people are.
It's really nice to have some kind of
who your
connection
people
to my
are.
background.
But just how accurate are they? We're testing 5 companies to find out. Ancestry DNA, 23andMe, MyHeritage DNA, Family Tree DNA, and Living DNA.
Wow, so okay, they're supposedly, it's marketplace, they're exposing the marketplace. Smashed. No, it is the meat market. They're just showing you how it works. By, shedding light onto something that, wow, they want you to see. For what purpose? You guessed it. Smash. Softball. Softball into, you guessed it, some dialogue that's going to perpetuate it into, guess what? Yes. Further manipulation. Wow, who knew?
Hello. Thank you.
Oh, and there's a twist.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, there's always a
Some
twist.
drool. There you go.
Oh, can't wait.
My sister Carly's in on this, too.
Oh, we're twins. Yay. Forever and ever. We have a bond. Yes, we read minds and all that stuff. Right? Who knows what's going on?
That's her son, Max. And no, you're not seeing double. We're identical twins.
Ooh. All right. Step 1. Fill the tube with saliva to the black wavy line.
Carly and I are testing.
Just relentlessly drill into it. Just relentlessly drill into it.
2 things. Will the companies have different breakdowns from each other?
I have way too many bubbles.
And will they have different breakdowns for each of us?
So that's their control, apparently. Yep, 2 twins should have the same results. All right, let's go. What's in their mouths at this point? Are they? Did they throw out their old toothbrush? Did they go for a week for fasting to just get the pure cells to come out of this? Because who knows what's been in the in the food, but ultimately, what's in this mouth? Who knows? It's a petri dish of everything that's it's come into contact. And of course, you can brush your teeth, but you guys did the same flora that's in the toothbrush or the mouth when you brush it. Wow, it's there. And you can't relentlessly just alcohol blasted in this. No. It's in the cells. It's there. It's affected. It's there. Whatever there is, their influence, their imprint. Who knew? So let's get on with it.
I feel like I'm on Law and Order. Yeah, CSI.
It's DNA science. We're identical twins. So the results should all be the same, right?
Cheers. Okay. Don't touch it, though.
I double check to make sure we're not mixing up our samples.
This is going all the way to Dublin, Ireland, the Netherlands, Concord, Ontario.
And 2 are going to Texas.
What about the light worship of that slowly coming into, mainstream light worship, but it's the same smash. Opportunistic, of course. It's the predator.
I'm shook.
These ancestry kits can change some people's sense of who they are.
11% scan.
Exactly, just smashing them into more light. Oh, you're all these. Who knew? Who knew this percentage? Who knew? Just exactly relentless boasting and reward of the worldly. Who knew? It tells you what you are. It tells you. You wait to, you wait for some bash to tell you I'm this percent that and this. Wow. Who knew? Smashed. Smashed. Smashed by the light. You worship the light. That's why you're smashed by it. Wow, who knew? Who knew?
Scandinavia, which I love.
Now this is crazy because, like I said, it's a big percentage. We are 53% Nigerian. Woo!
Whoa, yeah, we get cred. We are the people, yes.
My mom is full Chinese and my dad is half Chinese, half we thought was Spanish, but is British. 5% of me.
We thought was Spanish, but was British, right? Who knew? Who knew all these bad people think that there are certain things, but who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew the love of the Father? Who knew the truth? Who knew the way? No one. Apparently, it's just abyss upon abyss, and well, we're all just clueless trying to do our best. Smashed. Smashed. And dust to dust. Who knew? But that's what you worship. That's why I say it.
Me is Ashkenazi Jewish. I don't even know what Ashkenazi means.
Right, clueless.
It's D-Day, or rather, DNA Day, for the Agro Sisters.
All right, so let's get after it.
Well,
First
who
up,
gives a damneth, right? Because ultimately it goes back to some bash ape, right? So why the fuss about, I want to know, what culture I identify with. Yeah, so I can go bash and try and be like, wow, gain some more value from the worldly things of somehow I understand, and I'm gonna relentlessly go and visit it and have it influence me, and smashed. Don't you go back to some smash half ape? Wow, who knew? And don't you go back to some mouse? Yes, the relentless Mickey Mouse that relentlessly defiles and just creates you into his own image. Wow, who knew? It teaches you what it believeth. Yes, fantasy. Defilage in the dark. And it tells you all about sex. It does. In all of the movies. All of them. And you say, oh, it's because it's the root chakra, it's the beast mind. Smashed. Smash. It's worship of yourself and the light. Because, of course, the light is the image that you worship of yourself. Wow, who knew? Smashed. And, of course, now this person is, well, what image am I? I don't know. I have no clue. I'm going to be smashed by the light, but it's going to be inconclusive. Wow, who knew? Who knew? Smashed. Aren't you some half ape? Right? But no, to forget about that, because there's just shanks upon shanks on that story. But who knows? Now just accept it and just accept some lineage. Wow, who knew that actual lineage is out there? Registry upon registry, birth certificate upon birth certificate, and who knew it all went back? Wow. To some priesthood who knew, and that they own you for eternity as long as life is in the flesh. Who knew? Smashed. Trading your soul, meaning the currency that you are, like bonds in the marketplace. Yes, exactly. Reaping off your defilement, the abuse of yourself, and you say, oh, it's labor. Yes, I work for a living. Smashed.
Ancestry DNA, the biggest in the biz.
Okay.
Biggest.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What?
39% Eastern Europe and Russia.
No way.
What is yours?
Did you get the exact same?
Wow, didn't expect that much Eastern Europe. And it gets very specific with Italy.
We did get
Greece
Sicily.
and Balkans.
Yeah.
Greece and Balkans.
Oh,
See, they're so
cool.
proud. It's so, wow, who knew? Who knew? Wow, who knew I was born somewhere and then, wow, I'm living. Who knew? Wow. But just identity, relentlessly blasted. Yes. Attached to the flesh, always and forever. Smashed. Right? What is this? Well, who knew? Who knew you were given what? The greatest opportunity to see, to live. Wow. No, it has to be a job. This is a millennium. Yes, forever. No, the only lineage you have to know is what? The way. Yes, the way was shown. To what? Who knew? To people in generations past. Well, who knew? And the truth is relentless. So what is it? Is it your word or the word of the Father? Who knew? That his only begotten Son in the flesh. Wow, who knew? Lived. And died. Who knew? It truly was the relentless shockwave that reverberates. You can't get rid of it, so you have to adapt and shapeshift to relentlessly just promote self-identification and just wow, I was born in those mountains and somebody there lived and gave birth. Who knew? Who knew women were the mothers of life? Who knew? Who knew? But no, you hate your mother, so that's why you want to identify with some past lineage. And wow, yes, that culture is so rich, and I adore it. But I hate my mother, and I hate my grandma. Just all this resentment and hate. Just smash. Oh, my father. No, this smash. Just relentlessly boasting and self-loving yourself. Smash. I'm the rebel. I'm the black sheep. Smashed. Relentlessly seeking some approval of the world by shape-shifting yourself into some boasting place of, well, you're just testing waters everywhere, this and that. Oh, which group do I belong? Where's my family? Exactly. Confused, lost, smashed. Openly now, who knew that people are now paying to find out who they are, what they are, where they come from? Wow, who knew? No clue. Zero. Bashed. Smashed. There's some half ape, and I was wondering, well, who the children of the smashed ape were. Smashed.
Family tree DNA throws us a few surprises.
Wow, I'm 13% Middle Eastern.
And then there's Iberia.
Look, this is neat though. That's Spain. That's Portugal.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
And get this,
Never.
according to MyHeritage, we may not even be Italian.
Holy. So
Balkan.
60.7%.
Okay,
Balkan.
click
on
it. Who knows?
19% Greek.
Oh, there you go. Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Who knew?
Part 3.4% Italian.
I know, but
It's actually
3.4.
saying you are 3.4% Italian.
So are we a little bit or a lot Italian? Mostly East European or mostly Balkan? What's up?
Who knew that the relentless thing that you trust in and called DNA and the key to all life and this and I'm 98.9%, that ape is 99% close at this. Smash, number, because it's just shape-shifting. Who knew? Oh yeah, the DNA test can't really do much and this and the other. It's just you can't, just map all your genomes. Smash. What are you saying? Smashed. Exactly. Shape-shifting.
Up with these results. I'm hoping Simone Gravel can explain.
Hi.
Oh, Dr. Gravel,
Welcome to the lab. Nice
Thank
to meet you.
He is a population.
Who knew that the image of DNA is some image that was bashed into some, film and this was a captured, exposure of, electrons and this and smashed image of what? Deciphered. Just like the lights that you see in the sky and you're like, wow, this is the artist's interpretation based on the numbers and data of receiving some ribbons of information of somewhere. Who knows how long, but we have some slow service here for everything. Who knew? Just DMV everywhere, relentless. So what's going on? Just perversion, defilement of image worship. And they wear lab coats to do it.
Geneticist at McGill University in Montreal.
Last time you saw your DNA,
It's all theory work and based on protein breakdowns and gels and this and that and this and manipulation of some, outcome. Okay, what are you doing? Injecting something into something that you don't know and understand is just a pretty image that you worship. Wow, who knew? It's A, T, G, C, and all the letters and beads. Yeah, beads, shiny beads and things that glow in the dark. Wow, who knew? Smashed. Oh, it's just we're so advanced and now we're injecting hybrids and this and that, growing flesh and this and that, growing ears on mice and this and that. Smash. Wow, who knew? Smashing the flesh. Wow, necromancy. Wow, who knew?
Guessing it was in a little, tube like this.
I spit in quite a few of those,
That's
yes.
right. So once you send those to the companies, they'll take your saliva, they clean it up, they will break down the cells so they can free the DNA, and then clean the DNA, break it into small pieces, and then they lay it out on one of these chips here.
So if we look at that chip, will my spit on this chip tell me that definitively I am Italian or definitively I'm from wherever?
No. There's a lot of steps that go in between, a lot of statistical interpretation and models, and whose genome your genome is being compared to.
Here's how it works. Our entire DNA is made up of 3 billion parts. Ancestry companies, though, look at less than 1% of those. About 700.
Right, it's like, wow, it's like the genome is 3 billion parts and they only studied one of them. Wow. Who knew that's the same bash you're sold about genes and this? Oh, you have the gene of disposition and this and that. Wow, who knew? It's the same thing. Smashed. So what are you saying? You believe in genes, but you don't believe in these bash things? Smashed. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Of course, the color. Look, oh, wow, smashed.
100,000 sections where they know there are slight differences or variants among humans. Then they compare the patterns of your differences to groups of people in their databases. And with the help of math, they try to figure out which group,
by the luck of math, yeah, wizard work. Who knew?
You most likely belong to.
Well,
it's not 100% sure, So statistics tell us
Trust in the test and don't trust in what you see, because you must live by according to how you emotionally attach to the image that we say you are. Smashed.
our model, what's the best situation? It is a statistical guess.
Yeah.
It's an informed guess, but it's never a 100% sure thing.
It's never 100% thing sure. We just give you the statistical proof of some sort.
Growing up, we were German.
Not a sure thing? That sure isn't the message here.
The big surprise was we're not German at all. 52% of my DNA comes from Scotland and Ireland. So
of course, this is all going to the one world family, this and that, sisters all hold hands and kumbaya. Smashed.
Traded in my lederhosen for a kilt.
So you were shaking your head.
This one drives me nuts, you know, and I saw it all of the time. Whether you want to wear lederhosen or something else is not tied to your DNA.
Okay.
Timothy Caulfield is a health policy professor who studies the
It never was. Oh, he said it was not tied to your DNA. It never was. Exactly. It's about ritual of image worship. So you worship the image of some culture, some country that names itself, some border, some place, some geographical place. It's like, wow, it's this. And you're like, yes, that, and I'm that. Smashed. So what is it? No. Who knows? Because it's all about the ritual associated with the pride and the image of that pride and all that and the boasting. And yes, it is. This pride does this. We do these things. Yes, yes, yes. And this is our music. Yes, yes, yes. It's like Middle Earth. It's like Lord of the Rings, man. It's relentless. But of course, it's what they live. Crimson Crower over and over. Where's the canary? It's dead. It's long dead. The mind is just defiling relentlessly.
Ancestry business.
It's an exciting story, right? It's about you, right? And so I get why they're doing it, but is it really what's happening? You know, can they really be that accurate? I think they're selling something that isn't really supported by the science.
Is it supported by the science? But it's the science you believe in. So what are you saying? Oh, we just need to probe deeper. Is that what you're saying? We just need to go full-blown 3 billion parts all the way, yes! Or just go, no. Who knew it comes down to who knew? These chromosomes, wow, wow, wow. Smashed.
23andme.com, you can find out your percentages of DNA from 31 populations around the world.
What do you think about the
Samples.
messages that are
Test
being sent to
samples.
consumers?
I think it's misleading. These companies are really trying to push the idea that this is scientific, right? They are using scientific language and they present it in a way that looks very sciencey and precise.
But who are these mega images that are selling this? These corpses of organizations, of institutions that are pushing this image, and why are they talking about it? Why is it being reported on Marketplace and this and that and Smash? Why are people buying it? Smash, smash, smash. Of course, it's just the same. It's the same puppet master. Who knew? It's a visible hand of just the Smashers, Bashhood. Exactly. Who knew? But this guy's like, oh no, I can see why they're doing it. Who's they? And what are they doing? Well, no, exactly, softballing into some Bashhood. Because ultimately, who gives a bash about whether this is something, viable or this or the other, this and that? Oh, it's misleading. But no, it's a ritual. They're bashing you with a ritual right now.
Caulfield says what people are really buying is entertainment.
I think it's recreational.
Oh, entertainment. No. They're buying a sense of identity. Of, wow, being shocked and, mystified and just blown away and this and the other. Now. Wow, who knew? Just always being blasted to the past and being like firmly identified and then take charge of the emotional pockets associated with it and just be smashed by the light. All while just abusing the living. Who knew? Who knew?
Science. They can have a little bit of fun with this stuff. Don't take it too seriously, but know that you are just getting some information that is an approximation of how your DNA compares.
Right, because that's what science is, isn't it? An approximation. Because the scientists will say, oh no, you can't say we know everything. We're just, just chipping away at it somehow. And it's bringing us relentless gifts, though. Smashed. So what's going on? Exactly, this person knows what he believes, so he's bashing in it, promoting.
to other people. It's not tracing back your heritage.
Exactly, because nobody will talk about your heritage. What is the inheritance of man? You guessed it, life everlasting. But he's saying you'll never know what your, and he points directly at it and say your heritage. Exactly. But no, you'll say, oh, it's just the heritage that goes back to the smash ape, right? Smashed. Because that is the bottom line question. What is the Father? What is the creator of all? What is the truth? What is the way? And what is the life everlasting? The true promise, not the false promise of some wormhole of just idol worship and image worship of yourself and some culture in some place that you have some notion of pride in this and bad word. Oh, this smashed.
Back in Montreal, Gravel agrees.
These specific percentages should not be interpreted as like definitive, like here's your percentage ancestry from this place. Like that's
exactly
not
the abyss.
Yeah. The only ones where we can kind of interpret them like this are the continental level.
Really? The most certain thing they can tell you is which continent you're from?
Oh, right. Wow, shocking. Smashed. And here they're depicting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and, well, 3. Is that, and then what? The white is 4? So, 4. 4 corners of the earth. Is that what's going on here? No. Who knows? But shocking. What? Really? Only from the continent? What? Who knew? Don't you believe in some Bash theory of like from Africa? So we're all one nation, one people. Yeah, smashed. Right? What's going on? Oh no, but then smash of thousands and thousands upon thousands of years happened, and now who knows? They mutated. They became their own thing, and this and that smashed. What is going on? Even the light worshippers, have the 12 zodiacs. Wow, who knew? No. There is sons and daughters of God, the creator of all. Do they glorify and worship the Father and bask in the love that is in seeking refuge under the truth, with the truth, enduring the flesh? For the true promise is life everlasting, not the rewards of the flesh that somehow just boast and just defile. Who knew? All because the world promises you a way of living that is the false. It's the abuse of life, the relentless punishment to relentlessly better yourself somehow. All while just telling you, yes, you can do it. All the while believing there is no love of the Creator. No, He hates you. That's why He put you here. And He just wants to see you die. Smashed. No. Life is a purpose. To live, to see the truth, the way, and the life. Yes, who knew? Who knew? He loved you that much. Unconditional love. Wow, who knew? So it's that you must return to the Father because you are the one in doubt. You're the one with the doubt. The original doubt that perpetuated Groundhog Day. Who knew? Generation to generation, living in cowardice, in self-awareness. Oh, wow. Who knew? Who knew?
And get this, over at Living DNA, in the fine print, the company admits some of its results are guesses.
We highlight the sources of your ancestry.
Wow, could it be softballing you that, wow, the whole image you worship, excluding these corpses of, companies or whatever you call them. But these false promises, including this, it's just, yes, it's a best guess. All whichever image is best, working in deceiving you. Who knew? It's all about turkey basting. Who knew? It's just relentlessly greasing you up, fattening you up like the witch, just to eat you, consume you. But no, you're the one that consume it yourself. You're the one that cooketh you. It's all about spirit cooking yourself into the abyss. Wow, who knew?
Which are likely to be present, using our best guess of the exact source. The deeper I go, the more questions I have.
And at 23andMe, their guesswork isn't apparent until we stumble upon this.
Select confidence level. What?
50%.
Why does it say 50%? Does that mean you're only 50% sure what you told me is right?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, I mean, or at least 50%.
That seems shocking. Only half sure?
Yeah.
Do you think that most people know that?
No. No, I would like it if they...
No, I like it if they believe fully that they know, and we're just providing the service to show them that 50% certitude. Exactly. Have whatever truth, but just bachelor, just relentlessly false promise. Relentlessly led astray. All for the promise of some sort of reward that you would have and say, wow, yes, I finally know what I am, yes, smashed. Because Lucy already told you what you were apparently, but no, it wasn't enough to convince you that you were some smash shape and now you're just smashing. No, it has to be more real. It has to be closer, to identify with some his story of what the past was. No, you have no notion, no idea, no clue. Did your great-grandfather tell you everything of the ways of the world of his time? No. Your family probably shunned him, or he just was crazy, or didn't live, or probably died. Who knows? They killed him. They were in relentless wars back then, weren't they? Well, who knew? Who knew that there was a shift that happened in the late 1800s that led to World War I? Who knew? What was that all about? Who knows? Because who knows? It's just all about, Napoleon before that, and who knows? Then before that, who knows? In the Dark Ages, who knows? Wow, it's just, who knows? It's just a story upon a relentless story, and this and that and that. Wow, what do you see? What do you see? Exactly. All it is to you is belief. Well, believe as long as you believe, right? What do you believe? Smashed. What do you worship? Oh, what is that? Who knows? Exactly. Clueless. You can't even ask a question. Smashed.
Presented their uncertainties more clearly.
That's right.
Oh, we should be more truthful.
50% confidence is 23andMe's default setting. Check out what happens
By
when we switch it to 90%, the most confident setting. 23andMe says we're mostly from somewhere in Europe.
See?
I would not take this as a
5. 1 in 4.
Science has spoken kind of thing.
Forget all my Italian traditions
That's
and
right,
embrace
that's right.
the Balkan in me.
Exactly, right? I would not do that.
You would not do
This
that.
is your marketplace.
You would just encourage people to pay you. Who knows?
DNA ancestry tests. Have you heard of these things?
Yeah.
So, what's going on about, should people worry about, when I went to get a paternity test, who knew? Was it lying to me? Who knew? I was relying on little tiny things to show that I was your father. What is this? What is all that? Who believes in that? What is going on? Ultimately, the trust that you bestow in the flesh outside of what you live and what you see. Who knew?
Yes.
I've seen a lot of deals around New Year's or Christmas where they're half off.
I'm out on the town wondering what people know about DNA ancestry kits that are selling like crazy.
I got it for my mom for fun, just because she's so proud of her Irish heritage. Cheers.
So she wanted to
My
humble
twin
her?
and I are testing 5 top-selling ancestry kits.
Okay.
Oh! And getting different results.
What?
I think they're selling something that isn't really supported by the science.
So you would think the test should be pretty accurate. Is it not?
I think they must be pretty accurate, or else they wouldn't be
see,
getting all the hype
see,
that
they're
they
just
do.
presenting you the they're turkey pastry, and they're relentlessly temperature checking you and showing you, and then see your response and this and that. Of course, who knew that people say, oh, who would do that? Of course, who would take who would just defile and present image upon image and not be completely certain? Smashed.
Assuming, at least. I think they're true. I mean, I would trust them.
We're engineering students, so we think science, we think accuracy.
Yeah.
So personally, I would think the accurate result.
I took 5 tests. So did my sister. What would you expect our results to be?
The same. Identical.
They should be the same.
They identical. Yeah.
Should be identical,
Should be
right?
identical.
Now it's time to take the twin test.
Little chubby.
That's me.
So the other twins that they put on in the bash, where they're like, we're 53% Nigerian. So they were twins, and they're right. But your tests are showing different results. You're also right. So again, just relative truths, bash. It's in a show, and all of a sudden, wow, it's marketplace. Exactly, mocking you.
Yeah, because I think that's me. Ready? 1, 2,
It's the
3.
same bash. They play this
At
already.
23andMe, it's a promising start.
Oh,
Mine
it's the
says
same.
98.1% European, and yours says 98.2.
So we're pretty close.
Italian, 37.7.
Ooh, 36.8.
But then we begin growing apart.
I'm only 28% Eastern European on this one. And
I'm only 24% Eastern European on this one. This one actually says Poland.
Mine doesn't.
Mine does.
What?
Yeah. Look. Poland possible match.
Poland was not detected on mine. It specifically says not detected.
And it gets
Right, and it gets weirder. Zoom in.
weirder.
Okay, this is hilarious, though, because look, French and German. What?
Oh, I don't have that.
2.6%. Right? Who would ever think that? Wow, it's down to the single digits and decimals. Wow, who knew that they could be so accurate? Right? Wow, blown away. Wow. What about the decimal, like the fractions? Aren't you like 1/100th of something, and 1/1000th of this and that and this and this and that? Smashed.
You don't have that at all?
No.
We're identical twins, but you'd have to wonder with results like these.
I'm 3.8% broadly European.
Well, I'm 12.7.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Who knew that that's exactly what statistics are? Just bash numbers. Based on some turkey-based and temperature checking. Of what? Who knows? But it's there relentlessly.
How is this possible?
What do you see? What do you live? Exactly.
In search of answers, I traveled to New England, to Yale University, and meet up with Mark Gerstein and his international team of computational biologists. They study DNA and statistics, and they are stunned by our twin results.
I have to say that one really shocked.
Oh, the protein fibers and this and the nucleus and this and that. So wow. I was surprised, smashed.
Us. I mean, we expected 2 identical twins to have the exact same ancestry, and they should. So the fact that they present different results for you and your sister, I find very mystifying. We thought for sure that the differences had to do with it. Just when one person spit, there was a contaminant in the sample, or.
But then you looked at the raw data, and you're saying you checked, and there's no difference.
It's like it's shockingly similar. It's like it's scarily the same.
The Yale team downloaded and compared our DNA sections from all 5 companies.
The agreement between you and your sister is 99.6%, 99.7% agreement.
23andMe's own data says we're statistically identical. It's the same for the other companies.
So why would Carr be more Eastern European than I would if our DNA is the same?
She's not. I mean, there's nothing to say. I mean, there's no, you and your twin sister have the same genetic ancestry. End of day. I mean, there's nothing to say. I mean, that's the
bloodlines.
How can we explain?
Who knew that that's exactly what they worship? Bloodlines. And they relentlessly know what bloodline you are. And now you're saying, oh, what lineage, what heritage, what country am I from? Smashed. And that this guy's saying, of course you're from the same bloodline. It's just you have identical. Yes, blood, of course. This smash image can say that you're this percent of that, this, but no, you're the same. Exactly. So, what bloodline, what blood have we accepted? Exactly. The blood of the worship of death, or the blood of the life everlasting. Who knew?
This result.
This must be purely in terms of the analysis that 23andMe does on the data.
23andMe isn't the only company with funny twin differences.
Algorithms.
Oh, great. Now you're Scottish and Irish. All right, I give up.
Living DNA is serving up some stumpers, too.
Yours says South Italy, and mine says Tuscany.
I just don't understand how you could have a Tuscany marker and I don't.
I don't know.
You have to come from one region in Italy. You cannot come from Tuscany and from Sicily. It just doesn't work like that.
And in this one, your sister comes from England.
Who knew that the image that you call DNA is light? And wow, who knew that the light shapeshifts? Who knew? Smash.
From Scotland.
And that's why they call it, who knows? Epigenetics and photons and biophotons and this and that and this and that. Wow, who knows? The nucleus and this and that, it's light, it's there, never there. Who knows? We could slice it and dice it and see it and wow, yeah, close in the dark. Wow, smashed.
And an island.
But not everybody has us that far apart.
Right, the relentless
the
ball.
company that says we barely have Italian ancestry, gives us the closest twins results.
So one of the good thing about this company is that it's very consistent.
Okay, can we go to Ancestry?
And Ancestry DNA and Family Tree are pretty consistent, too. So if the DNA technology says we're identical twins, why are some companies giving us different ancestry breakdowns?
We spend many hours, we try to understand why they might be different, but we cannot.
I think the clean thing to say is we don't know how they did the calculations, but we strongly think that you and your sister should get the same report. End of day.
When we asked 23andMe
we just
and
put it and enter in this and enter this and then hit submit, and wow, the light just said something. Wow, who knew?
DNA about our twin results, they say even tiny variations in our DNA can lead their formulas to give us different estimates. Because remember, while companies all rely on the same DNA science, they have different formulas and different people in their database to determine which population group you belong to.
Wow, who knew? Shape.
And whatever your results,
11% Scandinavia, which I love.
Don't get too attached because they may change.
There's been some changes.
Who knew that this was just another ritual to just smash you, all while you were boasting, and now they're smashing you and saying, yeah, it wasn't what you thought. Yeah, who knew? Ha 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 ha.
There's been changes in my results. I was 11% Scandinavian on my other test. Where did that 11% go?
It happened to Carly and me too, with Ancestry DNA.
And look though, look.
This was my first result, but it was updated to this when the database and math changed. Check out the differences.
I think that's nuts how much it changed.
The health policy prof knows all about it.
I was once 100% Irish. I do love Guinness an awful lot. But now apparently I'm like 80%.
Your results don't stay the same over time. Often they change as the companies update their databases. The commercials don't mention that. What do you think of that?
They don't mention that, right? And it actually does evolve, which is a really telling point. It shows how imprecise it is, and it also gives you a sense of the way the science actually works.
People hear DNA and they think science.
Or does it mean that whatever it is you're testing is just shape-shifting relentlessly, and so the database is relentlessly updated, and it will show what some DNA you bashed some time ago is in comparison to that. Who knew? What is going on?
It's legit.
Yeah.
CSI, Law and Order, everyone going to jail or getting out of jail because of DNA.
You're exactly right. And they're leveraging that excitement, the excitement that comes from the genuine stuff from science, but also the excitement in pop culture to give it this veneer of legitimacy. And I think that's a little misleading.
This is
Oh,
your
so,
marketplace.
you know, it's misleading. So science is misleading. Who knew? Who knew that they would say it? Wow, who knew? But they're saying, no, but trust in the real science. The real science is there. It's just that the way that they interpret it is just, who knows? Wow. Who knew the light shapeshifts and deceiveth? Who knows? Who knew?
My twin and I have learned that ancestry tests aren't really as advertised.
No, I'm more confused now.
Wow, who knew that the relentless image you boast in is exactly that, not what you thought it was? And there's swarm ways to show you, but on tonight's episode, it's just this way. Keep living your best regular last lives and just watch out for this. Smashed.
Now than I was before we started, and I have more questions than I do answers about who I am, where I'm from, and what this all means.
Look, I don't want to be a grump, and if people find this fun, okay, but do not put too much weight on it.
Oh, do as I will,
Yet
but
the
be
industry
careful.
is booming.
Wear
Thanks to low
protection.
prices, slick marketing, and our
But still
own
identify
curiosity.
and worship the
You can
light.
connect more deeply to the places of your past.
The 5
Who knew
companies
that-
in our test say they use rigorous science.
Who knew that this is? They're telling you exactly. You don't know about your past. You don't know. It's inconclusive. All you know is you have the inheritance. You are the life. Wow, who knew? Who knew? But no, it's just about watch out. Don't buy any of these products because wow, who knew? They're just using their own interpretive, algorithms and this, all while using real data and real science. Smashed.
They also acknowledge their ethnic breakdowns are statistical estimates.
Statistical
Family tree DNA
estimates.
says
Amazing.
figuring
All
out
these wordsmith
ethnicity
words.
is not clear-cut.
Spin doctors.
Because it's kind of a science and an art.
Oh.
My Heritage says its customers understand the results are
Who knew that science and art are exactly what the light is bashing you to worship? Who knew?
estimates.
I'm gonna show you a commercial.
Out on the street, do people really know that?
Now that you've seen the advertisements and some of the promises, what do you make about what you're actually getting, what they can tell you?
There's not a shred of doubt that what they're showing you is accurate.
It's
No
it's an
doubt.
estimate.
Really?
It's not. It's an estimate. Who knew?
Estimate.
It's just a
That's
shot
what
in the
experts
dark.
tell us. You surprised?
I kind of wanted to do it. I'd like to assume there's a bit more evidence behind there. Really going.
Who knew that that's the premise
You
of
think there's some good
the
science
life that
behind
you're
it? Okay.
relentlessly
Well, like, I
seeking to
don't know.
purchase?
Kind of sad right now.
Who knew?
Make a statement on how accurate they are.
Those ads where they have the really small writing at the bottom of the screen, just write it there to say the results may
Disclaimer.
vary, like depending on what test you take.
I would like to see the messaging being more scientifically
more
accurate,
regulation.
right?
If
All
you
right,
could
the
recreate
answer
them
to
for
everything.
these companies, what should the messaging be? What should they look like?
Well, I don't want to be a buzzkill.
See, I don't want to be a
I think my ads
buzzkill.
would probably be a little bit boring. Push the idea this is recreational science.
Recreational
let's see how
science.
your DNA compares to a bunch of other people's
Turkey-based
DNA.
string.
Okay.
Testing temperatures.
This isn't
Wow,
going to
what do you
be
think of
terribly accurate or precise.
recreational
but
science?
It's going to be fun.
Wow, who knew?
Caulfield says there's a subtle message in some of the marketing that he finds troubling.
Yes, there are biological variations between populations, but there aren't these discrete biological borders. And that's a dangerous message if you think about it in this world where we're worried about nationalism and tribalism. They're saying that there are biological
You're worried about it?
families,
Why?
and
Don't you
that's
worship it because you
scientifically
came from
wrong,
it? Wow, smash.
and-
No, you're
but
evolving.
also
Whoa, smash.
potentially socially problematic.
And
Problematic.
here's some science everyone agrees on. We humans share more than 99% of our DNA. We're a lot more alike
Oh,
than we
they
are
couldn't
different.
wait. Right, because that's a. This was a whole commercial for One World Love. Who knew? Who knew that was essentially what led to people trying to find who they are? This notion of One World Love, because wow, who knew it smashes? But again, it's the take-home message out of all this? Wow. Smashed. No tracing back the apparent image of what you identify as is gonna make or soothe you or fulfill you in any way. Just boast and swallow and disillusion and this and that. Smashed. Because yes, the inheritance, the truth is the life. And there's a way, you know. But what do you know? If not the ways of the world and the suffrage of defilage. Who knew? Yes,
Have you done a DNA test? What did you think of your results? Take our marketplace poll on Facebook.
Exactly. Give us some numbers that we can smash and say, yep, this is it. Temperature check. Oil check. Checking the oil temperature change. Yes, smash. Submit. Regis is your authority. Register relentlessly. Oh yeah, they couldn't wait. All because, right, all this divisiveness of what? What is this?
Black lives have never, ever, ever mattered to the Democrat Party. Black votes always have.
The Democrat Party have established a house of token niggers. Token niggers.
Wow. You couldn't wait.
Democrat
you couldn't
Party,
wait.
They want us to permanently
to
be
hate
in a
and
state of
smash.
fear, racism, white racist Republicans.
They just put a black person in the White House for 8 years. Didn't do anything for us.
Here we go.
Are we such punks that we are so scared to try something different?
The Democrats are very nervous. They do nothing for you, and that was supposed to be automatic. Not anymore.
The mob.
I'm curious, like, is this really about the politics? Like, how do we know this is real?
It's legit.
You
guys have a beautiful home and a lot of family photos.
Yes. A lot of people said that my family was brainwashing me, and that really bothered me.
I've had people that have known me for 7 to 10 years that have texted me and told me that I have a mental illness.
You ready? All right. Moving out.
For my sister at one time to say that you're a traitor.
A traitor to who?
A traitor to my race.
How do y'all feel about black conservatives?
Like, y'all house Negroes. Like, y'all just trying to please this white man.
These are lost, disturbed, self-loathing people.
Notice that all of those youngsters
it comes down to the color.
Because I think some
Who do you
people
side?
assume this is a play for votes.
Right,
Well, I haven't changed.
The story of the ages. No, smashed. Who knew that there were the common generation when, yes, the truth is undeniable because, yes, you will either stand in truth or with the filage. It's not about politics, no. Because the politics have shapeshifted relentlessly to be worshipped by the image that you call life. But it's just a dragon. And of course, they wrote a perfect piece of paper. They relentlessly say, yes, this is freedom. Smashed. What is the life? What is the truth? What is the way? There's no relentless multiple swarm ways. No. That is the ways of defilement. Who knew?
And I'm not gonna change.
Voting for Trump is not about being a Republican.
Make America great again is for us too.
What does it make you feel like when you wear it?
It makes me feel like a proud American.
You have to defend why you voted for Trump.
Hillary Clinton. That's who they wanted us to vote for over Trump.
Just because you are black, you don't have to be a Democrat.
I am a black gay conservative, and I am proud of that.
We have to start moving like free agents.
What we gotta lose?
The people in this room are going to...
Exactly, the false promise of freedom. No. Break from the shackles of the ways of the world. Yes, but know that you're giving them an outlet. False hope. Again. Wow.
Change America.
Couldn't wait. To be continued.